Hello, today is Monday, September 25th, 2017. I'm Sharon Dingus, and I'm here to share with you another ray of light. I'm coming to you from Acres for Art and Enlightenment, home of AwakeningLight.net and Red Dog Creations Art Studio. Well, I'll be honest with you and say, you know what, I never thought I would be filming this from the kitchen. But when I took a look at today's cards, it was so funny as I looked at them. The devil is always an interesting one. And it was balanced very nicely by some of these other cards. So when I take a look at those Nine of Pentacles on the sunset side, it's that coziness, it's the warmth, it's the comfort of the home. When I take a look on the eastern horizon, I always think of Mount Shasta for some reason, perhaps not an arbitrary reason. When I see this particular card, the Three of Pentacles, there's just something amazingly magical about it. And then when I took a look at the devil, and don't want to get all woo on here, but where my focus is with that sun, at least initially here in this conversation. And I asked my team how far I ought to go with this. And for today, I think I'm just supposed to be talking about one aspect of what's going on here. And what I see is the glorious power of sun and the sunlight. And you might be hearing a little buzz back here. There's an elementary school just across the street, which is so much fun. I love listening to the kids play. So I think they're done with recess. Behind me, sitting on my counter or on my windowsill here, I get beautiful eastern sunlight here, is a series of jars of water. And you're like, okay, Sharon, now what are you doing with those, right? I always consider myself with the quality and the energy of water. I hate bottled water. It's in plastic. You don't know where it came from. It's probably better than drinking straight out of the tap. But at the same time, it doesn't have the energy of water that's coming from that clear mountain stream, like coming off of Mount Shasta, or very pure groundwater that's been filtered by the earth. And in this day, you never really know the quality of water that you're even getting from the ground sourced water. There's a lovely plug for Ashland, Wisconsin. There's an amazing artesian well there that whenever I'm in Ashland, I always go. But I digress. What I do is I have a step prior to this, and I was told not to go there today, so I'm not going there today. Where I am going is these mason jars. So after I have purified tap water, I then use a product that increases the vibrational frequency just in general of the water. But then my final touch is I take my mason jars and I fill these jars with this. It's now step 3 of the process before I drink it, is I fill the mason jars and I'll put them out without the pretty little picture. So this is with the just the not. So I've got the picture side and the non-picture side. So when I first put them on the windowsill, in this case these are ball jars, not mason jars, I put it so that the ball logo faces out. But when the jar has been on there for at least one morning, so it has the morning of amazing sunshine, then I'll flip it around to remind myself that indeed I have energized it with the sunlight. Now, what I actually did, in fact, some of my coworkers at Valent and Unison may recall that I would actually grab mason jars and I'd stick them, I'd get the purified water and I would put it on the windowsill in the lunchroom because it would get amazing sunlight. So I forgot about this practice for a while and then remembered it just last week. And the water, this being my 3rd step in the process, and even if you didn't have the other steps, and we'll talk about that other one some other time when it seems appropriate, is energize your water in a glass jar or a glass container. Some sort would much be preferable over plastic, most definitely. Ceramic, the reason why I don't like if you had a crock or something such as that is it's not going to get the sunlight. It's the activation from the sunlight itself brings about amazing quality because sun is so amazing. You think of the chlorophyll that is produced, and chlorophyll is very close in chemical composition to our hemoglobin. So there's a connection there. And I think that's where I'm going to stop today, is consider whether it might be appropriate, maybe even try an experiment, right? Take some glass jars, make sure you've got it covered, right, so you don't get heaven only knows what in there. But maybe do an experiment for a week or so and think about the flavor, the crispness, the everything. I consider this water to have a very fresh, crisp taste because it is so energized. And water is life. And our bodies, I've talked about this before, the very, 75% plus or minus water is our body composition. So treat your body, your 3D vehicle, to the best, most energetic, powerful water that you can. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I send you blessings, love, and light as you go about your day today.